Welcome to this month's monthly, chosen by Ragnats. It's Orphan. This is great. It's made by Activision. You can probably see this down in the corner too. Just cause how this capture works. So we're gonna turn that all down. Beep. Okay. My apologies. Anyway, his theme was wizards, sorcerers, magical peoples, monocles optional. That is the official requirements. So I went with Orphan, because me and the female are actually watching Orphan right now. I think I got it at the local video store, but it's on Amazon. It's like 20 bucks or so. Might be 30 or something. I think we paid 20 for the whole series. Pretty good show. It's going to have a little intro thing. That's why I'm just kind of letting it play out. Ragnat's supposed to be calling me back because we have issues. You see, I did something nice. I know, it's surprising, but it does happen. I sent Jade a graphics card, my old card, because he's just using an onboard integrated, which is super poopy. And I recently got a new one. And I looked up his power supply, and it wasn't going to work. So I went ahead and sent him a power supply, because I take care of my guys. That power supply is actually too big for the case. So he's got the power supply sitting on top of the computer, running all the cords inside like it's ridiculous. So I was like, I'm not buying you a new case, bro. I think I've supplied enough. And I sent him a link. Towers are cheap, especially if you get them from Newegg or Amazon. And there's actually one that's green and black, and he really likes that one. It's got green LEDs in it. Mine actually has blue. I know. It's terrible. It should be red. But that's what we're rolling with. And he's not using an actual monitor. He uses a TV as a monitor. Do we have settings? We don't have settings. I think subtitles are default on. So I'm gonna get through this before I start the game. So anyway, he uses a TV, and it's not working because the card I sent him is DVI or HDMI. There's no VGA, and before he was using the VGA, and he doesn't have an adapter, and I didn't even think to send him one. He does have a PS3, so he hooked up the HDMI, and he's just getting a black screen. So we're hoping that because there's no drivers for it, I sent him a driver to download and it was still bricked. Just black screen, went through all the inputs, nothing. So he's gonna have to pick up a $5 converter, the VGA to DVI converter, and hope that works. If not, the card was working fine when I upgraded. I just saw one on sale that was better, and it's 4 years old by this point. And actually the minimum requirement for Mighty Number 9, if you want to see what card I sent him, just go look at Steam. Mighty Number 9's minimum required card, and that's why he's having all the frame rate issues. Because she's using something less than that. So yeah, I was like, I didn't intend to be like, hey, here's some parts, now do a full rebuild, you scrub. But that's kind of what it's turned into, and he knows nothing of building computers. So if he does decide to do a full rebuild, I'll, you know, help him out as best I can. I was already like, oh, get a solid state, do this, if you're gonna go that route. But hopefully, what we're thinking is what happened, because I searched the specific TV he's using, and apparently it's kind of a common issue, because it doesn't support the res that when you put a new card in, it usually defaults to like the lowest res. Especially since he's switching from an NVIDIA integrated to an AMD actual card. So we're hoping that's the issue, and the HDMI just doesn't like it, and the VGA won't fix it. Otherwise, he's gonna have to drop about $100 on a new monitor. Which, I mean, he doesn't have to use the card. He can throw the card away if he wants, but it is a lot better card than what he's using, and it was free. And I sent him a power supply that is more than ample enough to handle anything he wants to do. So anyway, that rant aside, again, Ragnat's supposed to call me and I'm going to ask him some questions about all that stuff I just told you. Let's get this game started. Now, there wasn't any audio glitches or anything, so I'm hoping that this should run good. It is a PS2 game, so we'll see.
I love this town, don't you? Yeah.
Let's see. We should be pretty close.
No
Hey,
subtitles.
you good-for-nothing sorcerer?
Huh?
Great.
Poor guys. Come on.
The voices are different from the show.
Hold it right there.
Nothing I can do about that.
Wow, they're already standing up.
I think they're becoming immune.
I want to pay off my debt. You're gonna have to come with me, though, and whatever's left over is gonna be mine.
Vulcan, what are you talking about?
I'm all ears, guys.
That totally sounds like Titus. I don't know who the voice actors are. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I used to own this game. Well, I own it now, because I just went and picked it up. But I owned it a long time ago, like almost when it first came out. We rented it. I had it for a day. I played it like all night on that weekend it came out. The next day we went to the store. It was there. I begged, and my mom was like, or actually I think it was my dad, was like, yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and get it. And then we returned the rental copy, and the guy was like, you didn't like it? And I was like, no, we found it and bought it. It's good. That being said, the last boss, like the last boss, which more on that later, is super ridiculous, and I could never beat him, so...
Oh man, I'm never gonna get any sleep. I sure hope this storm doesn't get any worse.
He sounds so familiar. I don't know why. That was me dropping my controller that's dying. I have yet to switch. I'm going to wait till this completely stops before I switch over to the new one, which is blue, and this one's green. So.
You call this a storm? It'll take more than this to bother me. I'm Volcano Vulcan from the streets of Masmaturia. Oh.
Looks like the streets of Masmaturia didn't prepare you for a little seasickness.
Shut up! You know I've always suffered from a weak constitution. I'm too sensitive for this. Hey, when's this bucket getting us to Arvin Rama?
We should get there in about 3 days.
What? I want my money back!
Money? What money? Orphan paid for our tickets.
Of course he did! He's lucky to have us looking out for him.
Yeah, what kind of idiot would buy that crazy story? Easy money working as a bodyguard for a merchant in Arvin Rama. Yeah, right. Hey, now that I think of it, we shouldn't have to go out this far just to get to Arvin Rama. Are you sure we're on the right ship?
Of course we're on the right ship. You idiot.
Ugh. Well, I hope you're right.
So,
Oh, Rufus, I miss you so much. What should I do? I am so close. Should I go on? What I'm doing only for you, dearest Rufus, my one and only true love.
so Orphan, the two people that are with him.
Okay, Magnus. You cross this line and I'll slug you. And I mean it.
Yes, ma'am. I won't cross your precious line. I didn't want to share a room with you either.
This is so unfair. Why can't I have my own cabin?
We were only able to book 2 cabins, and Master said he needed to have one to himself. He said he couldn't stand sharing a room with a kid.
Are you calling me a kid?
It wasn't me. I mean, I didn't. It was the Master. Hey, what was that? I thought I saw...
What? There's nothing out there.
But I thought I saw something.
It's just rain hitting the window.
Are you sure?
Yeah, these two, Orphan, and the 2 little guys are in the show. Those other 3 people we saw are not.
Oh, Orphan!
What now?
Monsters!
Snakes! Big flying snakes!
What?
Yeah, big ones. They're everywhere. Hurry. Come on, let's get off the ship.
Okay. Alright, squares jump. Triangle is shoot thing. R1 and R2, or R1 and L1. Move the camera. Oh wow, there's first person view with R3. There it is. I knew we had a magic sword. So it actually looks like he has a sword here. And he might actually be using a sword, which is weird. In the show, he makes like a beam of light come out of his fingers when he does it, because, you know, magic and stuff.
Someone's in trouble. Whoa!
What the hell? I know not. I can handle these pests. Get out of here now.
Orphan, help him!
Whoa!
Oh my!
There's nothing we can do. Let's find a way out.
Okay.
Hey! Somebody ransacked our room.
Ah! My luggage! It's gone! Oh! My favorite dress was in there!
Cleo! How can you worry about your dumb clothes at a time like this?
Magnus? You're supposed to be taking care of my luggage, and now look what's happened! Oh! This is all your fault!
My fault? Why is it my fault?
Knock it off. Let's go.
In the show, they call him Magic, not Magnus. But I don't know if that's his like actual name in Orphans, just like whatevs. I don't remember what any of this stuff does. There's no like menu yet. So it's been a very, very long time. Alright. Oh, another treasure. Oh, this like seemed like the wrong one to open.
go?
No. Did I just screw myself out of? No, okay, good. That'd be very mean if the game did that. Okay, so first combat is coming up here. And that's cleared the way here. Now this guy had some treasure in his cabin.
I wonder if that guy we saw is okay.
Let's get going.
So we're gonna loot it. I know this is like super interesting, but trust me, it gets better. We're getting goodies at least, and we can see through things, because PlayStation 2. I don't...
Lady, don't worry about me. You should get out as soon as possible, too.
Okay.
Oh, wow!
Enough! We've got to get out. I don't want to die here with you guys.
Yeah, totally.
Oh! Okay. So, think of that voice saying, "Oh, good." If that gives you any indicate, I'm like everybody but Jason now like knows who it is if you didn't already. Anyway, it's the guy who did Reno
The hallway's blocked off.
and Advent Children. That's who the voice actor is for Orphan here.
It looks like whoever was here is gone now.
So that's who it is. Wow. Yeah.
You two! What the hell's going on here?
Well, I'm not really sure, actually.
Hey, Gordon! Hurry it up, will ya? Get that food in a sack. Grab as much as you can, you idiot. We're gonna need all of this.
Hey, you thieving scoundrels! This is no time to be stealing!
What? What's that?
Well, it looks like we're in for a fight.
Yeah, so voice acting's not the best. This was like super early PS2, so... Yeah, copyright 1999, 2000. One says 1999 and the other one says 2000, so... Yeah, there you go. This was like super early PS2. Like, damn near launch title. So here's combat. Nope. Nope. Oh. So yeah, different buttons do different things. We can block. We can use a summon, and we can swing a sword. Which, if I could actually get a summon off, ow, would be nice. I think it's got to fully engulf, yeah, and then it does it by itself. Well, that's a summon. Yeah. So he's already done Dunzo. Your summons obviously do more damage than anything that you get as far as spells go. The easiest way to do this would be like that. Just hit the little... Oh! Ragnat's calling me, so I have to take this.